Welcome back in to another episode of Franchise Hockey Manager 7 with the Boston Bruins. It's Wednesday, November 8th, and we are 10-9. It has been a uneven, I guess, start to the season. We've suffered a couple of injuries that have been fairly substantial. We lost Alex Newhook in that first game of the year. He'll be back in a week or two. And then we lost Oliver Wahlstrom, who had 7 goals in 16 games just recently. So we've lost two of our top 9 forwards as of right now. So it hasn't been great. It hasn't been good. We're in 4th place in the Atlantic. We're in 9th place overall. Still plenty of time. But it hasn't been wonderful. So I want to take a look at some stuff before we jump into the first game. So we'll start with team stats. Pasternak leads the way with 10 goals. Couturier, 14 points in 15 games. Marchand, 13 points in 14 games. He's finally back from injury. Claude Giroux, 13 points in 19 games, but only 3 goals. Jake Bean, a plus 17 in 19 games. He's been fantastic. He and McAvoy provide a solid 1-2 punch. Dylan Guenther's having a nice year scoring-wise offensively, although he is a -9. Vakanainen's a -10. Carlo's a -11. So there's a lot of bad. There's some good, but there's a lot of bad. And part of that bad is the goaltending again. I can't figure out why my goaltending is so terrible. Jeremy Swayman's been okay. 7-5, 293 goals against. 903 save percentage, but Blackwood's been awful. 3.67 goals against, 898 save percentage, and his ratings aren't bad, so I'm not really sure what the issue is. I feel like I have a good mix of offensive and defensive defensemen. I feel like I do. Shooting, puck handling, playmaking. Yeah, I mean, Carlo and McAvoy, Vakanainen, Fox. Because, I feel like my defense is pretty okay, but it just hasn't translated on the ice as of early this season. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Seattle Kraken, 11-7 in second place through their first 18 games. They have been as good as I had anticipated. Tristan Jarry has been a brick wall, a 190 goals against, 942 save percentage. Georgiev hasn't been as good, but fantastic goaltending there. John Tavares has got 19 points in 18 games. Jonathan Drouin has got 18 in 18. I mean, such a good expansion draft. These guys have been just phenomenal. Normally an expansion team, if you're looking for a player down the stretch, you look at an expansion team. But the Kraken are doing just fine. They don't need anybody's help. So, what else did I want to look at? So I was just messing around with this last night and looking at some of the other stuff. So I went over to scouting just to make sure that everything is still all lined up here, and it is. So our scouting is fine. I went in and I did a little bit of training. I edited some of the training. Jake Bean, Vakanainen, and Adam Fox, rather. I added them to the defensive training. Offensive training, Cristal and Guenther. Physical training, Bean, Vakanainen, and Fox. I need those 3 young defensemen to get bigger and stronger. So I made some adjustments there. What else do we want to look at? We'll look at our depth charts, and then we'll look at prospects around the league, which is one of the other things that I hadn't done much of. So, did we get him? Where did we get him from? What do I look at? History. Oh, we traded him for Trent Frederick. Okay, well, he's gotten better. That's good. All right, so anyway, Blackwood and Swayman, our top 2 goalies, obviously. We know what we have here, right? Bilyalov and Ferguson are our Providence goalies, and then Sergei Ivanov is out in the VHL. We drafted him a couple of years ago. McAvoy, Fox, Bean, Carlo Vakanainen, and Grzelcyk, our top 6 defensemen. Jared McIsaac is on here. Timmins is down in Providence, continuing to develop. Same with Callisti, more of an offensive-minded defenseman, but coming along as well. Cameron Wynot is now in the queue. Anton Olsen and Constantinu are both in Providence. Left wings, we've got our top 4 left wings on the club. Marchand, DeBrusk, Newhook, Eklund. Corrali is down in Providence because I had to. Toporowski is down there as well. And then we don't have much else on the left wing from a depth perspective. We're in pretty good shape on from the center and right wing position. At least, we're old here, but we can make some adjustments. Couturier, Giroux, Coyle, and Beecher are our top 4 centers. Cole Miller, playing for the University of Michigan, looks pretty solid across the board. He'll probably be with the team next year. And then a lot of young players. Trevor Kuntar is in probably his senior season at BC. Still only 1.5 stars. Ozzy Wiesblatt, who we picked up for... who did we get him for? Was it Pelech? Yeah, Adam Pelech. He's developing as well. And then the rest of these guys probably won't amount to much, but they're there. And then right wing is where we are really solid. Pasternak, Wallstrom, Gunther, Sokolov, Kamel, and Cristal, with some, Flotsam and Jetsam behind him. So, we're okay. We've got some good young talent. We don't have a ton of high-end prospects, which if you look at the prospect rankings, you'll see we have Dylan Gunther's number 16 overall. But that's it. Our system rankings, we are towards the bottom. We're 27th right now. Gunther and Wiesblatt are the only 2 in the top 100. McIsaac's 107, Kamel's 110, and Cristal's 126. So we're not bad. We've got 5 in the top 120, effectively the top 5 in the top 5 in the top 125, but only 1 in the top 100. So we're not in great shape from a prospect perspective. Power rankings. We are middle of the pack right now. Literally, we're 15th out of 32 teams. Positional rankings. Connor McDavid is the number 1 overall player in the NHL right now. Centers, we don't have anybody, so they're saying Couturier is not a top 10 center. Okay. Left wing, we got Marchand sitting at number 8. Right wing, we have Pasternak sitting at number 3 behind Rantanen and Kucherov. Defenseman, we have Charlie McAvoy, number 6 overall defenseman. In goaltending, we have Mackenzie Blackwood, number 8, which is why I'm so surprised he's been as bad as he has. So hopefully it will sort of fix itself with time. I guess we'll see. Game performances, I thought this was pretty neat. Dylan Larkin, there are 6 perfect games so far. Larkin, Matthew Barzal has 2. Shea Theodore, Alexander Barkov, and Connor McDavid. Larkin had a 6-point game back on October 7th. The worst games, Logan Stankoven, Jack St. Ivany, and Oscar Sundqvist all have 32 game scores for the worst scores of the year. Top goaltender performances, there are a lot of 100s on here. So take your pick, but Jeremy Swayman is amongst them. He's also amongst the worst. He had a number 14. He had a 25 game rating here on this game on the 7th. Where he gave up 7 goals on 30 shots. But the worst is Tyler Wall, an appropriate name for a goaltender. Gave up 6 goals on 15 shots and had a game rating of 6. So there's that. So what are we going to do? We're going to jump right in, right? We're going to play a game. Let's look at our schedule. Our next game is against the Vegas Golden Knights. So I figured we would play that game. And then I'll sim ahead a bit. Maybe to, I don't know, this game against Pittsburgh. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens after the Vegas game. So let's just continue ahead. There's an interesting player on waivers. No, there's not. It's somebody making like $5 million a year, which I have no interest in. So I think the key is going to be just to hang on until we can get some of our players back from injury. See, Dylan Larkin leads the NHL in scoring, 29 points. Chris Kreider, 13 goals, leads the NHL. And Jack Hughes and Dylan Larkin, each with 19 assists. All right, so we're going to play this game against Vegas. I don't think either of our players are ready to go. No, they're not. Columbus has sent us a trade offer. Cole Sherwood for Charlie Coyle. No. Nothing else in here. Sidney Crosby picked up 1,500 points. Good for him. I don't think there's anything else in here and we need to talk about. So he was ready to start skating on October 30th. But he's not ready to skate yet. Injury list. Yeah, they're both still game unavailable, but they're getting there. They are getting there, so hopefully they will be back here shortly. So let's play this game against Vegas. So we're going to go Marchand, Couturier, Pasternak, DeBrusk, Giroux, and Gunther, Sokolov, Coyle, Kamel, Cristal, Beecher, Eklund, McAvoy, and Fox, Carlo and Bean, Vakanainen, Grzelcyk. In goal, I'm going to start Blackwood, I think, because we have another game tomorrow, so Swayman will play that game. So we're going to play Blackwood in this one. They start Jiri Patera in goal, and Shea Theodore has 20 points in 18 games for the Knights. So let's play some hockey. The last time we faced this team was the last time we faced this team on camera was the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years ago, where we lost. Puck is iced. And I'm hoping to get some videos in today and tomorrow, recorded, not necessarily posted, but recorded. Really, today is my last day until probably Monday. I've got I'm in the middle of high school basketball / hockey season, which is a weird thing to say, but I've got a basketball game I have to call tomorrow, and then Saturday I have a basketball game and 2 hockey games, and then Sunday I have 2 hockey games. So I don't have a ton of time over the next few days to do any recording. It's going to be all live stuff for me, and we're going to go on the power play. Couturier tossed. Couple of shots. Save. Wow. Getting some good opportunities, just not able to put the puck past the goaltender. Nope, and we're not going to score on the power play, but we looked good there. And the puck is held on to. So yeah, I'm not going to have a lot of time to record any videos over the next few days. I've got to call some stuff. So I'll be doing that instead. So if I can get a couple of videos recorded today, maybe one recorded tomorrow morning before I have to get started. And then I'm not going to have much time until probably Monday. So this will probably be the last FHM video recorded until Monday, I would think. We'll see, though. Who knows how my weekend's going to go. Stuff's been getting postponed and canceled at the last possible minute. So midway through period number 1, no score. We've had some good opportunities, especially on that power play. Just weren't able to pot any of them. Cleared in by the Bruins. And the Knights take it there. We get it back and ice it. It's off to the right of Blackwood. Another icing. Shot held onto, and the puck is deflected out of play. There's an opportunity for us. We had a 2-on-0, and or a 2-on-1 rather, and we weren't able to beat the goaltender. That was Marchand and Pasternak. I mean, that's who you want, but Blackwood's able to kick that one out. And that one's deflected into the seats. Bring it in, lose it. Blackwood holds on to that one, face off to his left. Makes the save. Breakaway opportunity. Looks like it was misplayed. The goalie was able to make the save. And that's the end of the first period. So we outshoot them 10-7. And we'll be back with second period action here in just a second, guys. Nothing entering the second. And Vegas ices it. Oh, there was another good opportunity as Jake Lecision is going to go for hooking. So we go back on the power play. Couturier, Pasternak, Marchand out there. And the puck is held onto. That one is cleared down. So we're 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far. And Marchand's going to go for hooking, so we're now 0 for 2. 4 and 4 for 16 seconds, and then they're going to have a man advantage for like 1:40. We get the puck out. Shot blocked. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. We steal it away, and we're about to kill it off. And we score shorthanded. Yegor Sokolov on the shorthanded goal. It says unassisted. I don't know if it's going to end up being unassisted, but Sokolov gets the goal, and we go up 1-0. As the power play was expiring, there were like 3 seconds left on the power play when we scored that one. So one thing I'm noticing is that, at least from a goaltending perspective, my goalies play better when I actually play the games than they do when I sim them. So I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but that's something I've noticed. And we score again. So 9:32 left now. Pasternak from Marchand and Couturier gives us a 2-0 lead. So that's goal 11 for Pasternak on the year. And Dylan Guenther is going to go for tripping, so we're going to be a man down for the next 2 minutes. So good period here for us. We're out shooting them 18-10, but we are a man down now. We go in off sides. And that's going to be iced by Vegas. So Nine in with it, gets it across the line. Get a couple of shots on the while we're shorthanded. And Charlie McAvoy is going to go for holding, so we are shorthanded immediately following the end of one power play. That one's cleared all the way down by Marchand. And it's iced by Vegas again. So it's a second icing here on back-to-back power plays for Vegas. Another icing. And I'm not complaining. Is recovered by the Bruins. Cristal fought for it, and that's going to do it for this man advantage. Vegas trying to get within a goal here in the second. We clear it down deep for the final minute and a half. Sokolov and Pasternak have goals for us in this one. Just killing the puck off, killing the time here, and Sokolov is going to go for tripping with 4 seconds left in the period. So that will do it for 2. We're up 2-0. They're going to be a man up again as we go to the third. We're out shooting them 20-12, so let's get right to the third period. And they score 12 seconds in. So Jake Lecision from Chandler Stevenson get Vegas on the board. It's now 2-1. That was a quick goal. Couturier wins the draw. Pastrnak loses it. They go in offsides. Bruins top line playing catch with the puck. Shot from the point doesn't make it through. Marchand shot doesn't make it through. And Bruins were swamped behind the net there. Now it's swamped the other way. Bruins get the puck back. Like to pick up that third goal and extend that lead back out to 2 if I could. That would be wonderful. And Blackwood hangs on there. And they tie it up with the wraparound. That visual AI, or that visual, that graphical where the puck gets stuck behind the net leads to a wraparound probably half the time. So Philip Dano scores from Brisson and Lecision. So we're tied at 2. Vegas looking to take the lead as they're putting the pressure on, and Lucas Cormier goes 2 minutes for hooking. The shot from the point. Looking to retake the lead here on the power play, and we do. So that's going to be Couturier from Pastrnak and Marchand. So our top line getting it done here today. Couturier a goal and an assist. Pastrnak a goal and an assist. Marchand with 2 assists. So yeah, the season's gotten off to a bit of an uneven start. I'm not really all that happy with the way things are going, but the talent's there, so I'm not gonna panic. Not gonna make any panic moves right now. We'll see how things go probably into January before we talk about making any deals. I mean, the potential exists for us to make some moves to improve ourselves defensively, like we've done each of the last couple of years with some trade deadline deals for some, 2-star players, 3-star players that maybe are, a solid, 5th defenseman or, bottom 6 forward or something like that, just to kind of shore things up. But we don't need anything. The only position we are potentially weak in here, is Vegas ices it, is up the middle. I mean, Charlie Coyle's not bad, but he's our second-line center. Or I guess Giroux is our second-line center this year, so that's probably fine, assuming he doesn't regress a ton between now and the end of the season. We got Coyle as our number 3. So we may have to look at potentially upgrading down the middle next year, because Giroux's only on a 1-year deal, but that's for next year. So we'll see who's available in free agency. As Giroux, we only have locked up for the 1 season, and I don't anticipate him being around much longer than that, just because of, again, the regression. He's 37 years old. So 2.5 minutes left. We're up by a goal. Breakaway opportunity, shot, score. So now we're up 2 goals. DeBrusk from Giroux and Vakanainen. So Giroux with the initial shot, and DeBrusk was able to bury the rebound, and we are up by 2 now. So that's what we like to see. We get the puck back. 4-2 lead, looking to win. This is, I think, going to be our 3rd game in a row if we are able to close this one out. We were under 500. I think we were 8-9 or 7-9 at one point. So no, 8-9. Yeah, we were 8-9 at one point, 1-2 in a row. This is going to be our 3rd win in a row. Yeah, it's going to be our third win in a row. So let's take a look really quickly. So Blackwood stopped 22 out of 24, which is nice. Yep, we moved to 11 and 9. Pasternak, goal and an assist. Sokolov got the goal scoring started with a shorthanded, then Pasternak with his 11th. Third period, Lecision and Deneau would score to make it 2-2, and then Couturier and DeBrusk. So we win 4-2. Pasternak with a really good game. Yeah, so not bad. Blackwood stopped 22 out of 24. So let's look at the schedule. So I think what I'm going to do is sim ahead. Who do we want to play? Let's play the Maple Leafs here on the 21st. So I'm going to sim ahead to this game on the 21st, and we'll play this game against Toronto. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back on November 21st, and things haven't gotten any... Well, I mean, I guess technically they've gotten better. We're in 8th place now. We were in 9th, but we have 4 games in hand on Carolina, who's got the same number of points as us. So, yeah, we've played a ton of games compared to some of these other teams, and we're in 8th place. So it hasn't been good. I haven't looked at the stats or anything since we did this last. So let's look at goalie stats first. Yeah, I mean, it just continues. Well, I mean, I guess it's not as bad. The save percentages are up. Save percentages are up. Goals against are down a little bit. But, I mean, does that just mean we're giving up a metric ton of shots? And if so, how do I mean, I don't have... I guess let's turn the pressure down. Let's back check more, I guess, and see if that makes any difference. So, all right, we did get both Wahlstrom and Newhook back, which is good. But then we lost Jake Bean for a couple of days with a sore. He's a plus 24 in 24 games. That's just nuts. Couturier, Marchand, Pasternak are all almost a point a game. So our offense is taking a step backwards as well this year too. So as my phone goes off. All right. Adam Fox, our offseason acquisition, hasn't been very good. 8 points. He's a -4, so I'm expecting more out of him. Gunther continues to score 14 points in 26 games. Yeah, so, I mean, it hasn't been great. Seattle's 12 and 11. They've taken a bit of a hit. Jeremy Swayman is 10th in the league in wins, but his numbers haven't been very good. So, yeah, and it's been, like I said before, a bit of an uneven start to the season. So we're going to play this game against Toronto. And this has been really bad. Toronto's 9-13-2. But if you look at our schedule, we've played them twice now in the last week, and we've lost to them both times. So, you know, since we won this game against Vegas, we then came back and won this game against Pittsburgh, which was obviously good. Then we lost to Toronto, and we blew out Ottawa. So I thought things were looking good as we had won 5 out of 6, and then 3 straight losses. So a very up and down team. Yeah, so let's play this game against Toronto and see how it goes. So we're back to full strength on the forward lines. Marchand, Couturier, Pasternak, DeBrusk, Giroux, Wahlstrom, Newhook, Coyle, Gunther, Beecher with Cristal and Kamel on either side of him. McAvoy and Fox, Carlo and McIsaac will start for Fox, and then Vakanainen and Grzelcyk. In goal is Mackenzie Blackwood again. So let's play this game and see if we can win. They've got Ian Scott in goal, whoever that is, and Mitch Marner with 14 points in 23 games is their key star player. So let's play this one and see if we can. I am recording, right? Yeah. All right. See if we can defeat the Toronto Maple Leafs. Excuse me. Austin Matthews with the first shot on goal. Excuse me, something stuck in my throat. Drink some coffee. A couple of shots early on. Another shot, that one doesn't make it through. Stolen away, shot, score. That's It's Brandon Carlo from Jake DeBrusk early on, making it 1-0. So DeBrusk back on the back check, steals the puck, gets it up ahead to Carlo, and he beats Scott for the first goal of the game. So we're up 1-0, 2 minutes in. I'm hoping for a bit of a blowout. We haven't had a good old-fashioned blowout here in a while. I'd like to put up 6 or 7 in this one. Especially because it's the Maple Leafs. And anytime you can put the beat down on Toronto, you got to take advantage of that. Blackwood holds on. Couturier on the draw, loses it. A couple shots on. Opportunity here for the Bruins. Shot save. Deflected into the seats. So yeah, I mean, 500 through 26 games is not very good. If we stay 500 for another month, you know, that's something, you know, then that we're gonna have to look at. Like I said, January is I'm not gonna do anything before January. The team, I think, is too talented to start to break things apart. But if, you know, January 1st rolls around and we're in, you know, 11th place or something, and you know, things just aren't looking good, then yeah, I mean, maybe we start looking at, you know, what can we get for Claude Giroux since we're not going to bring him back, or, you know, Matt Grzelcyk, who's in the final year of his contract, or, you know, some of the situations like that. We do have a first, a second, and 2/3 in this upcoming draft, as Grzelcyk is going to go for fighting. So yeah, we've got a first, a second, and 2/3. You know, obviously, if you can pick up additional first-round picks, that's something you want to do. But, you know, I'd rather win. So we'll take a look and see how we're doing in, you know, a month and a half, and we'll start to look at it. But, again, I think it's still too early. I think we dealt with some injuries. We'll get Fox back here shortly, and, you know, we'll be 100% for the first time since opening night. And we'll see what can happen. And if I got to make some adjustments on the lines, I will. I've already moved some of the defensive pairings around. Coyle was with Vakanainen to start the season, and I think it was Vakanainen. Yeah, and that pairing was like a -10 through the first 15 games or whatever it was, 18 games. As Toronto scores to tie it, Timothy Liljegren from Joskin and Rasmus Sandin. We are tied at 1. So I've split that pairing up a little bit. Yeah, so, you know, if I got to move some stuff around, I will. I don't think it's necessarily offensively, so I don't think I need to break up the lines for any offensive purposes. But, you know, maybe defensively we'd be better off with, you know, I don't know, John Beecher on the third line because he's a bit better defensively, or, you know, or something like that. I don't know. Still think it's a little too early. I mean, we are a quarter of the way through the season, so I don't want to say it's too early. We kind of are what we are. We're a 500 team. But hopefully now that we're starting to get people back from injury, you know, everybody can sort of get back to what they should be doing. You know, and the biggest issue is goaltending. Like, I don't know, the goaltending stats are just awful. Jared McIsaac is going to go for unsportsmanlike conduct, so Toronto's on a power play now. Able to clear it down deep, and that will do it for the first period. We're out shooting them 13-7. Matt Grzelcyk got 5 and 10, so he's done for the game. Yeah, so just, again, another uneven start. We got the early goal. We outshot them nearly 2-1, but we go into the second period tied. So just sort of how things have gone this year for us. Under a minute left on the penalty to McIsaac. And that's going to do it. So we are even again at 5 apiece. If you guys have any suggestions for me in terms of line setup, or you know, anything that I can do to try to help the team defensively when I'm simming, I'm all for it. So if you've got anything, please let me know. Shot held held on to. Five minutes in, breakaway chance for the Leafs, held on to by Blackwood. Shot down at the other end, that one's saved. And that one is iced. So Toronto putting a little pressure on us here in the second. Couple of saves by Blackwood, and it's iced again. Coyle wins the draw, which we needed. Let's dump it in deep. Toronto takes it back. And that one's deflected into the seats. Couturier wins the draw for the Bruins. Breakaway opportunity for Pasternak is turned aside. Two-on-one opportunity. It was Couturier and Pasternak. There's an opportunity for Mitch Marner, I think that was. I think 16 is Marner. I could be completely wrong, but I believe 16 is Mitch Marner. Toronto wins the draw. And Brandon Carlo is going to go 5 minutes for fighting. He got 5 and 10. So we're down to 4 defensemen now. Ugh. That's not good. Shot from the point, iced by Toronto. So we're down to 5 minutes left in the second, 1-1. We're down to 4 defensemen as Carlo and Grzelcyk both got 5 and 10 fighting majors. Three and a half left in the second, 1-1. Shot goes wide. Grzelcyk is back. And Coyle's going to go for high sticking. A man down for the next 2 minutes. Assuming Toronto doesn't score before then. Breakaway opportunity goes wide, and then the rebound shot is held onto. Shot kicked out into the slot. Bruins have it there. Wallstrom with it. And Toronto's able to get it out. So I had like 3 opportunities shorthanded there. And that will do it for the second period. We are out shooting Toronto 24-14. For us, it was Carlo 2 minutes into the game from Wallstrom and DeBrusk. For them, it was Liljegren from Sandin and Yaskin. So 1-1 headed to the third. Wide. And Toronto's in offsides. Four minutes in, still 1-1. We scored 2.5 minutes into the game, and that was it. We've been shut down ever since. Breakaway opportunity for Toronto, and Blackwood makes the save. We're going to go on the power play. So our first power play of the game. Toronto skates out with it. Blackwood makes the save. We get the puck back. There's a goal. Pasternak from Marchand and Grzelcyk on the power play. That's what we needed. And we go up 2-1. Comes right back. Shot turned away by Blackwood, though. Bruins steal it. Shot held onto by Scott. Blackwood. That one doesn't make it through, and the Bruins are forced to ice it with 11:37 left in the third. Scott holds on to that one. Face off to his left, won by the Bruins. And they're not able to get a shot on goal. Started away by McAvoy. And the Leafs come back with it. And then the Bruins take it away. And the Leafs steal the puck, go in, and score. Kyra from Cedric Paquette. We're tied at 2, so bad turnover by the Bruins. 2-2 with 8 minutes left. Yoskin's going to go for slashing, so we go back on the man advantage here. Paquette's going to go for slashing, so we're now 2 men up for almost a full 2 minutes. They win the draw. Back to the point. And Couturier is going to go for slashing, so now we're only a man up. Oh, man. That was our opportunity. That sucks. Okay, breakaway chance, though. A couple of shots, no. And that's it. So we had a 2-man advantage for almost a full 2 minutes, and Couturier went for slashing, and that was that. So 4:14 left. We're tied at 2. I'd like to get more than a point out of this one, guys. We're a man up. I don't know why we're a man up, but then we give it right back, of course. So 4 on. I don't know what's going on here. It says we're on the power play. It just said Gunther went for slashing. I don't know. All I know is that we have 5 players on the ice right now, and they have 4. And now we both have 5. Looks like we might get at least 1 point out of this. So we ice it with 30 seconds left. And we're going to go to overtime. So we're outshooting them 38-22. Yeah, but we're all tied at 2. So a couple of dumb penalties. Knocked a couple of our defensemen out for a while. So we'll skate 3-on-3. Wahlstrom clears it in deep. Wahlstrom, Giroux, and McAvoy. Yep, they ice it. They win the draw. They ice it again. We win the face-off this time. Shot. Ooh, that one's held on to. That was close. Shoot the puck. Oh, iced by Toronto again. Wahlstrom's out there with Pasternak. Down to a minute. It is iced with 7 seconds left. And we're going to go to a shootout. So let's get to that shootout, and we'll see what happens. So for us, is it us first? Matthews. 7 of 18. Blackwood makes the save. Pasternak, 1 of 2. Pasternak scores. Nylander. Save by Blackwood. Four of 20 in his career. Scott with the save. So hopefully we can make the save here. Marner comes in. He makes the save, and we win. Cool. So we win in a shootout. We get the 2 points, which is good. Makes us 14-13 through 27 games. Not ideal, but yeah, we'll take it. So let's take a look at the standings really quick before we end the episode. So yeah, we're in second place in the Atlantic, believe it or not. So the Atlantic is not look at the games in hand. I mean, that's crazy. We're gonna fall all the way down here by the time everybody catches up. But we're 14 and 13. We're in second place for now. That will change undoubtedly. I'm not sure where we're gonna be next game. It'll be sometime in December. Where are we now? We're here. So maybe I'll sim ahead to, I don't know, play 2 games in December sometime. So maybe Montreal and Carolina or something. So, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, guys, leave a like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and I'll put all of this is something I hadn't been doing, but I'll put all the places you can contact me below, my Twitter, and where you can find me on iTunes and all the junk. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.